Hello, my darlings. We are at Pride Month, so today we'll be looking at some Pride recommendations, and this will cover all sorts of media within the LGBTQ+ circle. So if you want to come in and join the ride, you're more than welcome to. I am your host, Mistress Grell Sutcliffe. In regards to this, I have a script lined up, so again, it's your regular Shojo Sunday kind of stuff, but this time we're looking at Pride stuff because it is Pride Month, and there is a lot I want to talk about with Pride Month, and I'm gonna mention some Shojo related content in here as well, so there's that. I'll mention the cartoon representations on here. So obviously I'm really big into cartoons as well as anime. I won't be covering anything live action, so I will save the live action stuff for a different video or an upcoming video, because there is a lot to get through with live action series and I do not have the energy for that. If your favourite piece of media isn't on here, I haven't had much time to put them all in the whole script. But you can comment at the bottom of what recommendations you would recommend to me that's LGBT related, if you get what I mean. The only example I can think of in live action stuff is when Elliot Page's character was introduced as Victor through the Umbrella Academy, and they wrote this really well. They introduced Victor into the part of the Umbrella Academy squad, and he just settled in and everyone got to know him, and I loved that. And honestly, my heart goes out to the creators, and I love the Umbrella Academy. It's a really good show. The big one I want to talk about is Bojack Horseman. So Bojack Horseman is an adult cartoon series that focuses on a horse. Well, he was an acting horse, but a lot of drugs and alcohol took his life over, and it's just the life and the whimsy of him trying to get back into acting, and funny stuff happens. The character I want to talk about is a guy called Todd. Todd falls under the asexual spectrum and is a canonly ace character, and I love the asexual representation of Todd. I do relate with him quite a lot because I fall under the ace spectrum and he's very relatable to me, so he is really well written for the ace representation of Bojack Horseman, if you get what I mean. Another TV show I want to talk about is Dead End Paranormal Park. Netflix unfortunately cancelled it after 3 seasons. I really wanted a season 4 of it. Or is it the 3rd season? I think it's the 3rd season. Anyways, so Dead End Paranormal Park follows it's a trans guy who works part-time at an amusement park. And the trans guy is obviously gay, and he falls in love with another guy who's who's LGBT as well. And his best friend she's a bisexual autistic girl, and I like that representation as well in there. I also want to talk about the main mascot for Dead End Paranormal Parks. Not the pug, right? Not the pug. Well, I'll talk about the pug another time. I love Pugsley, but obviously the girl, the blonde-haired girl, yeah, she's a drag queen, obviously. She's like very drag queen coded, and she's like the main mascot for Paranormal Parks. But yeah, they've covered a lot of LGBT themes within the cartoon, and I really like the representation. I did pick up some manga that we'll have a look at. Obviously, this isn't a manga, it's more of a comic. So it's like a basic how-to guide of using they, them pronouns. So if you look inside, it teaches you how to obviously they've got neopronouns in there, and they've got how to use they, them pronouns, if it's preferred, that kind of thing. It's by Aoshi. I cannot pronounce it. Their last name because it's an Italian name. So their last name is Beyond Giovanni, and his mate, or their mate even, their mate is known as Tristan Jimison. So Archie goes by they, them, and Tristan goes by he, him. If you saw me correcting myself quite a lot, it can happen. You can slip up with pronouns every now and then, but just remember to correct yourself. The next one I want to talk about is My Love Mix-Up. Now this is originally a BL, so it is a little bit of a yaoi anime. So as you can see, one of the guys falls for one of the other guys, and it's kind of cute. So there is that. There's also like, I feel like there's like a three-way love triangle as well, so that's what I think of My Love Mix-Up. I think it does have a little bit of a shoujo element in there, but not really, but very little, I say. It's back. You knew it would be back, but obviously have to review it because it is a Yuri manga, but but yeah. It does follow quite a lot of relationship struggles here and there, but it's mainly evolves around a woman couple, obviously, and it's just about the main girl learning about relationships mainly. So there we go. Again, this is another Yuri manga, and there is some elements of shoujo, like finesse / writing within it, and this is about a girl marrying her female friend, and it talks about their relationship in detail. So it's about Ruriko and Kirumi, and their bond seems to deepen. So like their relationship bond seems to deepen, and they will eventually get married. It's like My Happy Marriage, but like more of a like gay story, if that makes sense. So like woman gay story, if that makes sense. So again, this is another Yuri manga called The Two of Them Are Pretty Much Like This. And the art style's pretty nice. The kiss. So that's just like a basic, normal gay relationship with women again. The art style is nice, I give it that. Also really like the art on here, and yeah, nice little art. Why have I got this? Why have I got Komi out? There is a canon non-binary character I want to talk about, and it's about... So the character is called Nijijima. They are canonically non-binary. They refer to themselves as Nejimi-san, or just Nejimi-san themselves, or etc. But it is quite explained a lot in the anime and manga series, so check that out for your non-binary representation. I bet you're thinking, why have I got Soul Eater out? Krona is canonically non-binary. So Krona uses they them pronouns. The official mangaka, so Atsushi Okubo actually confirmed their gender identity years later. But in the older comics and anime, they were referred to with he, him pronouns. And I just prefer they, them pronouns for Krona. So Krona uses they, them pronouns. And I really love Krona's outlook onto life as well, because they did have a bad start to their life, if that makes sense. Okay, I've got 2 more books left to have a look at. Sorry about this feelsy one. Banana Fish. It hit me in the feels. The anime even hit me in the feels even more, because there is a lot of tragic stuff and it's just very emotional. But there is a lot of elements of BL in it, so would highly recommend watching Banana Fish if you haven't seen it. So like, I would recommend Banana Fish. Sorry for showing you this absolute brick of a yaoi book, but yeah, this is more like save for work kind of stuff, but it involves like, there is a bit of a roleplay game that the characters both go on and they communicate with. So it turns out my online friend is my real life boss. So it's an interesting one. A lot of the characters in it are quite cute. The online avatars and stuff are quite cute. But the story is kind of cute as well. So I'll give it that. It's interesting. Now I do have a list going forward of all like yaoi and yuri recommendations. So I do have a list. So some are 18 plus related, but like be warned, wait until you're a little bit older to read some of these. That's all I can say. Right, so we've got Sakaiji Hatsukoi, nostalgia reasons, and Ginger Romantica, nostalgia reasons, obviously. So there's a new one called Tadaima Okari. So it's really cute. There is Omegaverse in it, and the guy gets pregnant, and they have babies, and it's just adorable. It's just chef's kiss. But yeah, very adorable. Yuri on Ice. I know it's sports, but the main character is the main couple of Yuri on Ice are a gay couple. I know it's like ice skating sports, but main character. Low Tide in Twilight. That's quite a good read. Gravitation. I read this due to nostalgia. Docusay. The movie. Highly recommend it. Docusay. I highly recommend the movie. It's such a cute movie. Very cute. I also want to mention Saskia Miano. I need to check that out more, but I've been told to put it on my recommendations list as well. But highly recommend Docusay. I do want to say that Madoka Magica is very LGBT coded. The main ship of the series is... it's obviously a lesbian ship, but like... I'll put Madoka Magica in there. I'll put Citrus in there. It's not really my favourite, but it's okay. I need more Yuri recommendations, apart from the ones that I've looked through and done through the manga reading. Just remembered, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has elements of Yuri in it. It has little elements of Yuri in it, and it's mainly to do with Toru and Kobayashi, so there's that. I only watch it for lesbians, so yeah. I do want to say that Madoka Magica is very LGBT coded. The main ship of the series is... it's obviously a lesbian ship, but like... I'll put Madoka Magica in there. I'll put Citrus in there. It's not really my favourite, but it's okay. I need more Yuri recommendations, apart from the ones that I've looked through and done through the manga reading. Just remembered, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has elements of Yuri in it. It has little elements of Yuri in it, and it's mainly to do with Toru and Kobayashi, so there's that. I only watch it for lesbians, so yeah. And now onto the shonen list. We've got Krona from Soul Eater, they are non-binary. Grell from Bat Butler is canonically trans female. Langer in Skate is a gay man. Sweden from Hetalia is gay. I feel like all of the Hetalia characters fall under the LGBT umbrella. I feel like they all do in some way. This is coming from someone who's watched Hetalia for a very long time. If you want to know any more fun facts about Hetalia, just let me know. Team Rocket do drag, so obviously James is somewhat LGBT. And then Yamamoto from One Piece is a trans guy. And that's all I can say. I also do want to talk about Dune Shinjis, but I feel like that would be for a different kind of video. So Dune Shinjis are fan books for your ships and your OTPs. So I've got like a few Hetalia ones here and there lurking about. But I will do like a different video on Dune Shinjis because some of them can be a little bit too much, if that makes sense. So, sorry. Going forward, do you have any other recommendations for me? So this can be either in the comments or through messages, etc. So this is about like the Pride stuff. Obviously I will get into more yaoi and yuri series as I go along, but what's like your main opinions on LGBT series? And would you recommend some to me? That's my main question. I apologise if this was a really quick Pride Sunday. I wanted to get this over and filmed and done with really quick. I'm obviously not in full Grell cosplay, as you can see. It's more of like a Pride version of Grell, which I thought of myself, and I'm pretty proud of her. And yeah, I'll see you again for the next Shojo Sunday, which will be recorded later in July. So I'm thinking of a theme of it to go with July, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I get to eventually recording it. But I've enjoyed Pride Sunday. It's a little bit of a different twist, and I'll see you in the next one.